Go to Surah 29. Surah alAnkabut. Not alAnkabut, but Surah alAnkabut. Surah 29, everybody. The spider. We're going to see the amazing creation of Allah about the spider. I shared with you some knowledge. Today we reinforce that knowledge, inshallah. Surah Al-Ankabut, the spider. This surah was revealed in Mecca. It's a surah that talks about faith. Faith. Al-Ankabut. Allah wants us to look at this creation of His. He wants us to pay attention and learn something from it. Allah will not mention something in vain. Please understand. Allah created unlimited number of creation. We don't know. But He mentioned some. So when He mentioned the cow, when He mentioned horses, when He mentioned camels, when He mentioned spiders, bees, ants, snake, like in the story of Musa, wolf, like in the story of Yusuf, Al-An'am, the cattle. He is telling you, study these animals, study these insects. When He mentions the fly, when He mentions the mosquito, these things are not mentioned for nothing. Study them, they will teach you something. Like, example, Surah An-Nahl, the bees. The bees is all about teamwork. And everybody working under one leader. And no one is selfish. And everyone has something to do. At the end, the beehive. There is survival because everybody works together. You know, no bee will live by itself. It will die. SubhanAllah. Allah mentioned among the birds, the crow. The crow is mentioned. Go study about the crow. Go do research about the crow. The most intelligent animal. He taught the son of Adam alayhi salam, what he didn't know, Qabil. When Qabil killed his brother Habil, Cain killed Abel, he didn't know what to do because it was the first death, first crime. The first death on earth was crime. Na'udhu billah. Look what a human can do. And brother killing his brother. Jealousy among the brothers. Careful. See. Allah mentioned the eagle among the birds. Allah mentioned Siba, the animals that eat meat. There are many things. Today we talk about spider. Let's see what the spider has. Wa alaikum assalam. What does the spider has? Out of qualifications, good or bad? Bad to avoid, good to gain. You will see some miracles mentioned in Surah Al-Ankabut. That science discovered just lately, like this morning's lecture. I could have mentioned that in anatomy and the science of animals. For example, only the female spider builds the nest. The male cannot do it. He has thread, but he can't. The Quran mentioned that 1400 years ago. He said it's the female that makes. Lately, when they studied the spiders, they found that the spider man, your Spider-Man coming from Hollywood, he just jumps. He cannot build. But the female does. So very soon, Spider-Woman. Next coming, blockbuster. Takbir. So the females have the ability to build. Male doesn't. Yet she builds a beautiful building, but she destroys it from the inside. Like some crazy women. Takbir! She builds a nice home. But she always hurt her husband. Unhappy marriage. She helped him build a nice big house. They're not happy. Takbir doesn't mean only the woman who does that. But the spider, the female spider does that. What does she do? She kills her husband after he impregnates her. After she gets what she wants, she stings him and kills him. The Quran mentions that. And then her children will do the same. When she delivers babies, they will do the same to her. What goes around? That's why Allah says, don't be like the spider. He can build a nice house, but he has zero home. What's the difference between house and home? You may live in a cave, but you have a nice home. A place you call home. When you go home, you're so happy. Wife is waiting for you, children, daddy. Some of these ladies, sorry to say this, I'm sorry, upset with them. They don't understand that daddy is a man who is cut when he's outside at work. He's being cut off by all the problems of dunya. Working brothers are looking at me like, true. Problems. So you come home actually like a puzzle, broken. Who should help you? This is a good family. Children give you a hug. So they start putting what we call
Saluté.
They tape you. Whatever Muhammad says, I agree. Takbir. And then take you to mommy to mend you. Mommy will make you. That is the job of family. Children hug their father, give him love, and then pass him to mommy too. Are you getting this at home? Those who are married understand. Those who are unmarried, they just look. Takbir. That is the job of children and wife. When the husband comes home, daddy, hug him, salam alaikum, this and that. So he feels good. He's happy to come home. Then take him where? Mommy, who is, mashallah, welcoming him. Takbir. You are saying, why is she saying this? It's few days. When I see mothers, sisters, I saw raped ladies. That's why I'm very upset. I met raped ladies. I met men who their genital were slashed. And then you tell me, you don't understand what I go through. A trip like this will have deep impact on you. You tell me, and then when you see me yelling and shouting sometimes, you say, why? Not easy. Not easy. May Allah have mercy on us. So, because sometimes I see mothers, wives, not playing that role. Sorry, sisters. I know what your husband do also. Don't worry. I will one day inject them. But since we are talking about spider, female spider, it's your duty to not be a spider female. You may have a nice home, but you cause so much pain to your husband. So there is difference between home and house. House, nice. Palace, 6, 7 cars. Not happy. You may have a tent. You die for that tent. When to reach? I want to go home. Why? Because you have a loving wife, very loving kids who care about their father. That's Islam. Ameen. Okay, so let's go to surah alAnkabut. Go to verse 10, please. Allah showing us some type of humans, some type of people. Don't be among them. Don't be among the people who are in verse 10. Let's read. All of you have Mus'haf? Yalla, read after me. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله فإذا أوذي في الله جعل فتنة الناس كعذاب الله ولئن جاء نصر من ربك ليقولن إنا كنا معكم أوليس الله بأعلم بما في صدور العالمين وليعلمن الله الذين آمنوا وليعلمن المنافقين. Excellent. Let's just take these two verses forward. Bit by before we go to the story of the spider and this. In this, pay attention to these ayahs. Yalla, one sister read for us the English. Sister Farida. The first ayah, 10.
And among men is he who says, we believe in Allah, but when he is persecuted in the way of Allah, he thinks the persecution of men to be as the chastisement of Allah. And if there come assistance from your Lord, they would most certainly say, surely we were with you. What is not Allah the best knower of what is in the breast of mankind?
There are there are, Allah Azza wa Jal shows us type of people during hardship. What type of people we are during hardship? When we are persecuted by Quran Kafir or by our enemies or by someone who hates you. If there are people, Allah says, they make the torture of the humans in jails, you know, like na'udhu billah, what Bashar al-Assad is doing in Syria, what the Rohingyas are going through, what some brothers went through in American jails in Cuba. What's that infamous jail in Cuba called? Guantanamo. And some people will make that torture, no matter how bad, as if Allah Himself is torturing them. They don't understand that the punishment of Allah is so severe. So they give up. They give up. They turn against Islam. There are people like that. Little, small problem, they give up. We have seen Sumayya, may Allah be pleased with her, the mother of Sayyidina Ammar radiallahu anhu, and her husband, Yasir, first martyrs for Islam. Extreme torture, they didn't give up. An old woman, she had every reason to mention the gods of the kuffar and let her go. No. She doesn't. Khalas. Iman came to her heart. Will you do whatever you want to do to me? Bilal radiallahu anhu went under extreme form of torture, to the extent that they put a rock on his chest. He was saying Allahu Ahad. He was not saying Ahad. He was saying Allahu Ahad. But because the rock is so severe, and because the name Allah comes from the deepest part of your lungs, They couldn't hear the deepest word. Allah is the deepest word that came out from your mouth. You remember that? Allah. Allah. But ahad is from the lips. The word ahad comes from the lips. But the lam and the ha come from deep. Ooh, that's why they could hear ahad but not Allah. He was saying Allahu ahad. God is one. Yet he didn't give up. He didn't say, well, let me play the game for a while and when they let me go, I make hijrah. No. Okay. So there are people when they are tested, whether torture or physically or emotionally, money, they are no more rich like they used to. Sheikh Zoubir, before our classes with you, we were very rich. We start listening to you, we became very poor. As if Sheikh Zoubir made that point. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. When they become rich, they don't tell you that. Sheikh, because we are with you, mashallah. They will not. They will just blame you. This is the problem of the humans. No Sahabi told Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I was okay without you. Now look, because of you, I'm being tortured. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. No one among Sahaba said that. Rich or poor. Khadija radiallahu anha never told him because of you, look, I am suffering. Women of today will say that the same here. Oh. Khadija was princess in the what is today princess of Mecca. For 3 years she didn't eat hot meat. 3 years. In her late 60s. Cold at night, because before Hijrah the Sahaba were 3 years under boycott, including the family of Rasulullah, even non-Muslims. They boycotted even the non-Muslims because they are family of Rasulullah. This is why Sirah is very important. Don't miss Sirah classes. Okay. So, okay, problem now, health problem, finance problem, any problem. Because Allah is testing you, you're going to give up. And this is the problem of so many brothers and sisters. When Allah tests them just little, what is their test compared to Rohingyas and Syrians and other people? That's it, they give up. No, saya tak mahu. Khalas. Go back to the old life. بعد أن هداكم الله, after Allah has guided you, you go back. That's a very bad choice. That's why I warn brothers and sisters when Allah give them something like this, and then they just brush it away. Careful. So Allah says, among mankind are some who say, we believe in Allah. Okay, alhamdulillah, let's see. They say, amanna billah. We believe in God. Good. But if they are made to suffer for the sake of Allah, if anything happens for the sake of Allah, they consider the trial of mankind as Allah's punishment. They say it's God who is punishing us. I was okay before I start praying. The sister will say, I was very lucky. I had good job before I made hijab. Before I wear hijab. I was okay. As if Allah is testing, punishing you. Na'udhu billah. Now, okay, what the prophets will say? Ayub alayhi salam, when Allah tested him in his body, until the bone, you can see the bone. You think you have a problem in your health? You stink like hell. Your own brothers don't want to see you anymore. Your own children run away from you. The only one who stays, subhanAllah, wife. Yet some of us abuse their wives. May Allah forgive them. Say Ameen. Okay. So I said something good about you, sisters. Huh? Finally, alhamdulillah. Takbir. No, serious. Here, Yaqub, alayhi salam, what did he do for Allah to do that to him? Yusuf, alayhi salam, Benjamin, losing his sight, then the third child, the third son, who is the Abang, also disappears, doesn't want to go back because he's ashamed. So 3 sons missing. Yusuf, Benjamin, and the Abang. And blindness. He lost his sight. Yes, please. Take your time. So we need to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, this subject of sabar. So don't associate it with God. And don't say, why is God doing this to me? You think this is punishment of Jahannam? This is nothing. Nothing. Rasulullah sallallahu Musa, Isa, may Allah be pleased with them all, alayhim salam. Yes, wa alaykum salam. MashaAllah. Okay.
Sheikh, what's the concept of kifara?
Concept of what?
Kifara.
Kifara? What is kifara? Kafara?
It seems kifara is like certain things that you receive punishment for your mistakes or your sins while you're here.
Oh, kafara, kafara. Okay, you call it here kifara. It may be with kasra. Yeah. Bawa. It's atas.
Oh, kafara.
No, kafara doesn't mean you pay the prices for your sins. No. Kafara means, may Allah forgive you for the sins you may have committed. Kafara also is for actually the good things you missed. Not deliberately. For example, you couldn't fast anymore. You're sick. So there is kafara. You're sick, you cannot fast anymore. You're so sick that doctor says you must take these tablets during day and you must eat. So what to do? I do kafara. Instead of fasting, I feed 1 miskin per day. So 30 days, 29 days Ramadan, I feed 29 miskin or 30 miskin. Because it is a replacement. So kafara is a replacement for something you have done. Also it means maybe Allah wants to erase your sins by doing good. Sheikh, tahurun insha'Allah. Here is what is authentic. When someone gets sick, we visit him and say, tahurun insha'Allah. Not necessarily because he sinned. Anbiya don't sin, and yet they have very big trials. Huge trials. I just give you an example of Sayyidina Ayyub alayhi salam, Sayyidina Yaqub, Sayyidina Yunus, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They all were tested, health-wise. Doesn't mean they have sinned. Allah is so merciful. He can forgive you without giving you sickness. But He knows that sickness is good for you. You don't see it. Yawm al-Qiyamah, when He shows you, you say, Alhamdulillah. Maybe, yeah? Imagine. What is good? What is good? To be in hospital, God forbid, and not sin, and suffer for a few days. Or those few days, you commit zina. If healthy. Yallah. Which one is good? Because Yawm al-Qiyamah you see the punishment of zina. You can get away from here, no 100 lashes. But Yawm al-Qiyamah. Think about it. You live poor, yet you enter Jannah. If you live rich in this dunya, you may go to Jahannam. Which one is good now? Which one is good? Later on when you see Jahannam blazing, which one is good now? Alhamdulillah, I lived very poor. Imagine, the rich people will enter 500 years after the poor to paradise. Oh my God. This is a poor Sahabi and this is a rich Sahabi. The rich will go 500 years after. Because the day for Allah is not 24. It's 50,000 years of what we count. 18,250,000 days. Wow. Meaning they go first. So my sisters and brothers, sometimes Allah Azza wa Jal, when He does these things that we don't like, that's why today, this morning, for those who were with me, we said destiny, good or bad from Allah. It may look bad, but it's very good for us. Allah said it, وَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. Maybe you hate something, but there is a lot of good in it. Like the woman, look at this. There was a man who wanted to get married. He was a businessman. So he asked, show me please someone I would like to marry. So they said there is one sister, alhamdulillah. He didn't see her, he trusted the people. The night of marriage, when he entered the room, he didn't like her. She was a little bit dark and in her face and color. Although women European women want to tan themselves. Our sisters want to whiten themselves. I don't understand women. Takbir. Oh, la ilaha illallah. Okay, the man didn't like her. He felt like, she understood. You know, she read his, she said one thing. عسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم. Maybe you hate something, there is a lot of good in it. He said, I calmed down. I prayed 2 rak'ahs with her and I slept with her. In the morning, he told her, I'm going to do business. I'm going to do business. Bye. That's it. Life was very simple. You think they had the honeymoon, Maldives, Malay. Yallah, the next morning he's working. Bye-bye. But he actually ran away from her. Yes, he didn't. He said, 23 years later on, he came back. He went to Syria to do business, he stayed there. He came back. This was in Medina. When he came back, he went to masjid. He found a handsome young man giving fatwa. He asked, who is that? They said, that's Imam Malik. Imam Malik? Who is this Imam? They said, son of Anas. He said nothing. He asked, where does he live? They showed him where. Where? It's his house. He knocked the door. The woman opens the door. She sees her husband. Tears in his eyes. She asked her son, come, say salam to your father. She never told her husband, her son, that your father abandoned you. She trusted Allah. One day Allah will bring him. Do we have this type of women today? You miss her for 1 hour, I don't know where, hell will break loose. Takbir! She did not say bad word about her husband, to his son. The son knows his father is doing, one day will come back, we don't know. Yes. He cried and said, please forgive me. She forgave him. And she said, remember what I said that night? He said, yes. Allah, that night she conceived the baby. One of the greatest ulama of Islam. Yes. You never know. Do you marry like this? You. Tell me. Any one of you marries like this? Just trust his mother and say, Mom, okay, whoever you choose, I will be okay with it. And you, would you marry someone you don't know? And when you see him a little bit, as you say, it's going to be all right. And you trust Allah. Hey, these are true stories. Takbir, there must be questions from sisters. Go ahead, Sister Shani.
But sometimes parents can choose wrongly as well.
I know. But 99% your parents will choose the right person. If they are Muslims, if they are mu'mins, if they are not, if they don't even know, of course they will choose for you the wrong guy. Sometimes the girl, subhanAllah, chooses the right person. The boy chooses the right person. Parents don't know. I know. May Allah forgive us. Now you know the story of Imam Malik. His father left him. When he came back, he found a young man giving fatwa. He was 22 years old. لا يفتوى مالك في المدينة. No one should give fatwa when Imam Malik is in town. All the ulama. Medina was full of ulama. No one gives fatwa if Imam Malik is in town. That was the agreement among all the scholars. Imam Malik used to be known as Malik Akhul Nadr. Pay attention, huh? Malik, the brother of Nadr. Nadr was bigger. When Imam Malik became scholar, Nadr, brother of Malik. They start knowing the Aman by the title of the young one. Yes. Ilm can raise you. Quran raise you up. Yes. How many rich people you know by name? Other than Qarun. Because Allah destroyed him. But how many ulama you know? Yalla, throughout history. If Abu Bakr was not rich, would you still know him or not? Yes, because it's not wealth that made Abu Bakr. It's his dedication to Islam. That's why many Sahaba are poor, we know them. Bilal. So it's not money. Many rich people, you don't know their names. No one will care about you, sorry. They care about your money now because they have something to take from you. But alim never dies in the memory of people. Imam Abu Hanifa, we just talk about him. Alaykum salam. Imam Malik, we just talk about him. Imam Shafi'i, we mention him every time. Imam Ahmad, mashallah. Bukhari, Muslim. Why? They didn't leave money, they left ilm. They were very good with Allah. Allah mentions them, yalla. Until the Yawm al-Qiyamah. These ulama will always be mentioned. Why? Because they are inheritors of prophets. Do you understand when you are with the alim, you are quite lucky? You're very lucky. Because he took something from the prophet. He took something from a prophet. That alim was given something from the prophet. It could be even his personality. In something. I'll give you an example. I know some ulama, they are like Musa. They will punch you. Musa punches better. There are some ulama, very patient. Sabar. Like Ayub alayhi salam. There are some ulama, careful. Dawood alayhi salam. He has the personality of a king, a ruler. May Allah make us just an atom of Rasulullah. Say Ameen. Of his character. Oh my God. Say Ameen. Why your Ameen is very Ameen? If I say, may Allah give you, each one of you, 1 million US, Ameen. We hear you from. May Allah have mercy on us. Jazakumullah. Okay. So among mankind, those who say we believe in Allah, yet when Allah tests them, just little, they say, they will make that little test as if Allah is punishing them, when they haven't seen the punishment of God, for them to say that. Meaning they ta'asaba, they give up, they leave Islam. They leave Islam. They may not leave Islam as a religion, but as practice. They don't go to masjid anymore. They're angry with Allah. Why Allah does this to me? They don't attend classes anymore. No. We shouldn't be amongst them. Then Allah said, وَلَئِنْ جَاءَ نَصْرٌ مِّن رَبِّكَ. If victory comes from Allah to you, they say, we were with you. These are the hypocrites. Hypocrites. They will say, we were always with you, brother. Always with you. From the, you were not. Deep inside you were not. You really wanted us to fail. But only Allah knows. Don't go to someone and tell him that. Don't go. Ahmad, I know you were just spying on us. You never came for true education. No, I have no right to say that. Amir, good spy. Takbir. He said, oh my God, what's next? No, serious. You don't know who's there, but you may feel, but not necessarily you know. Careful. Rasulullah knew because Jibreel was telling him so and so and so and so are hypocrites. Careful of them. He knew them by name. We are not prophets. Okay, good. So Allah said, and if victory comes from your Lord, if Allah Azza wa Jal gives victory, the hypocrites will say, verily we were with you, helping you. Allah says, isn't Allah best aware of what is in the hearts of al-alameen? Don't let them trick you, oh Muhammad. They have never been with you. But they will always lie to you. The hypocrites, you know, number one characteristic of hypocrites is what? Lying. They will say, we were with you from day one. You see? And be careful. There are many hypocrites everywhere. Look. 2 types of people, be careful of them in your life. Hypocrites and the Samiris. Samiris is the new Sheikh Zoubir's terminology. I just created it. As-Samiriyun. Al-Munafiqun, we know them. Then As-Samiriyun. Samiriyun are the followers of Samiri. Remember in the story of Musa alayhi salam, when he goes for 40 days to the mountain, he comes down, he finds his people worshipping the calf. He asks, who did this? He went to his brother first. He grabbed him from his hair and his beard and pulled him. That is Musa, with his own brother. Because he thought his brother didn't do good job. Brother said, please, brother, leave me, you make people laugh at me. He said, you don't know what they did to me. They were about to kill me. Oh, they want to kill my brother. So he asked them, who did this? Samiri. Samiri is a person who, when the true alim or nabi is not there, when Sheikh Zoubir is not, he takes his place and tries to destroy everything the alim did. And I don't allow that. Because Allah won't. Why Allah tells us the story of Samiri? You got it? So the hypocrites, because they pretend that they are with you, but they are not. And the Samiris. Samiris are the followers of a Samiri. They act like him. In every society there will be these two. Hypocrites and the Samiris. The Samiris, they pretend that we have taken the baton after you, but they are not actually. They choose exactly your time of your missing because you went for Hajj or Umrah or to another country or Da'wah or what, and they want to do something without your approval. They end up doing something wrong, big wrong. Samiri, he told them, come, this is the God of Musa. He told the Bani Israel, Musa has forgotten who is his God. That's why he went to the mountain to idol. It's this calf. Then he found his people worshipping the calf. Oh my God, 40 days only. So careful of the Samiris. Who are the Samiris? Are those who, when you do something good job, they come and want to claim the credit at the end. Careful, my brothers. You in your business, in your studies. I show you. Who is student here? Raise hand. Who is student in university? You. I warn you. You may do a great research. Your professor wants to take credit.
Yes.
Wallahi al-azim.
Yes.
Why do you think I am so angry? I work so hard. The professor wanted me, he said, I want my name to be with it. I said, no, it's my research. That's why I don't believe in PhD anymore. Mutanabbi had PhD. Shakespeare had PhD. Sometimes the PhD makes you not good at all. At all. Abu Huraira had PhD. Bukhari had PhD. No. Doesn't mean you stop PhD. Get it, but don't stop at it. Get your PhD. If you study, keep. Please, continue. But the professor wants his name to be, I take credit. So you work so hard, he wants to take credit. Professor, it should be the other way. Yes. And if you don't do, they will not help you anymore. Careful, my brothers, sisters. You work so hard, and someone at the end comes. Zaki is working so hard, sales management, someone comes, take everything. And Zaki will bring t-shirt of Milo. Takbir, green. Sister Ilahi saves Tasputra. Somebody comes and put her in the bag. No, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't mean we are working for, but no, we don't do that. That's not right. You understand, my sisters? Brothers? You build a company, JKR or I don't know what, you build it on your shoulder. Someone just come like that. Ahmed? We need a Tenaga Nacional. Takbir. We talk about that next time. No, serious. It's so sad. ونعم الوكيل. Yes, Sheikh Muhammad. Allah yaftah عليك. Today, mashallah, you are really the beard and hair, mashallah. Like me here. Okay. So, Allah said, أَوَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَعْلَمَ بِمَا فِي صُدُورِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Isn't Allah all aware and the best, actually, to be aware of what your hearts conceal? You try to play games with Allah? No. Allah will expose you. These two, careful. Hypocrites and Samiris. We suffered, Algeria suffered from the Samiris. 1.5 million shaheed. At the end, who reaped the fruits of independence? The very enemies of Algeria. So France never left. Physically left. The army left, but the influence still, up to today. Up to as I speak now. Allahu Akbar. Adhan. When you speak and there is adhan, it means so kafara, sister? Did I answer you about kafara? Don't worry. No. If someone is sick, it doesn't mean he's paying for his sins. Allah is so merciful. Allah is so merciful. Yes.
Sheikh, just about the adhan. If the one on the phone, do you repeat after it?
On the phone?
Yeah.
No. There shouldn't be adhan on the phone in the first place. There is fatwa of Saudi ulama that adhan cannot be as a ringtone. Shouldn't. No. Ringtone shouldn't. But if your phone, you have an application, fine. But please be careful. Sometimes it's with you in the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's okay. Can I repeat adhan, Sheikh, with my phone? Yes. If you don't hear the adhan, you are in the middle of the jungle or somewhere, and there is adhan in your. It's okay. Repeat. Yes.
So when you say ringtone, it's on the application. So now, for example, it's Dhuhr, Asr. Then it rings, it plays the adhan. So
Yes, you repeat. You're supposed to repeat. Very good. Why? Because Allah says in Surah Al-Hajj, وَمَن يُعَظِّمْ حُرُمَاتِ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهُ مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. And those who have high respect for the hurumat of God. Hurumat here means everything God has ordained, including adhan. Then that is a form of taqwa of the heart. When you hear adhan and you stop and repeat, that's a form of taqwa. You see the Kaaba, you give respect. You look at it with respect. That is a form of taqwa. You respect your father and mother. It's a form of taqwa. Because they are parents. Things like that. I felt like there was no coffee. Now I found coffee. No, really. Before, that's why I went for this. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة. Okay, since we are not hearing it clear, we continue. Now, 11. Look at verse 11. Sister Rosita, go ahead. 11, verse 11.
Verily, Allah knows those who believe, and verily He knows the hypocrites. That is, Allah will test the people with good and hard days to discriminate the good from the wicked. Although Allah knows all that before putting them to test.
Very good. Please understand. Allah says, وَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ. Allah knows indeed those who believe, and Allah knows already who is hypocrite. Who can tell me how important this verse is to you and me as individuals? What is Allah telling you here? What is He telling us? Think. Indirectly, He is saying, don't worry. I know both groups. You should worry if people don't know. You should worry if people don't know who is hypocrite, who is not. Because they can be tricked. Can anyone trick Allah? Very good. So, me as a Muslim, I should relax. Because Allah knows who is hypocrite, who doesn't. I might not. Allah knows. So, Ya Rab, take care. Ya Allah, I'm forwarding this file to you. The file of the Samiris and the hypocrites. Doesn't mean I don't do anything, but I don't bother my mind with it. Alhamdulillah. That's why, meaning rest. Do your da'wah. Oh Muhammad, focus on your da'wah. Allah will expose the hypocrites sooner or later. Don't worry about them. I see. So focus on your da'wah. Keep doing da'wah and jihad until Allah gives you victory. These idiots, Allah knows very well who they are, and He knows the believers. For you, relax. Focus on your job. What is your job? Da'wah. Okay, focus on it. So you as a teacher, as da'i, as a sister, as a brother, as a student, as an employee, as an employer, CEO of company, don't worry about those who are plotting. Allah will expose them. But doesn't mean you don't watch. Careful, but don't kill yourself for it. Allah will expose them, don't worry. By the way, we say there is a beautiful idiom in Algerian slang. ليحفر الخور حفرة يتحفيها. What does that mean? من حفر لأخيه حفرة وقع فيها. He who dig a hole for his brother will fall in it. Don't. Leave. Allah will take care. The hypocrites who are digging, to take your position or to take your business, they will fall into it. Don't worry. But Allah didn't say sleep and don't do nothing. Be aware. So alhamdulillah, 2 ayahs, just 2 ayahs. Look at them from surah alAnkabut. The types of people during hardship. There are those who stay strong, and there are those hypocrites. Small test, why me? I didn't know the road will be this tough. I thought the road of da'wah will be red carpet. Red carpet? Red carpet with blood, yes. Not even carpet. Roses, no, thorns. In order to get to Jannah, you have to go through that. But to go to hell, red carpet. Very simple. Keep doing whatever you like. All your lust, follow them. No problem. Then you end up in hell. But Jannah, no. You suffer to get there. After that, there is no hardship. Khalas, forever. Choice we need to make. Okay, now, please go to verse number. Quickly, verse 41, 42, quickly. 41, 42. I love this surah because it gives you the type of people. It gives you people. Which group you belong to. Now be careful to be among these people. 41, 42. Let's see. Let's read. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. مثل الذين اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا وإن أوهن البيوت لبيت العنكبوت لو كانوا يعلمون إن الله يعلم ما يدعون من دونه من شيء وهو العزيز الحكيم وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس ۖ وَمَا يَعْقِلُهَا إِلَّا الْعَالِمُونَ. Mumtaz. Very good. All right. Brothers, Ahmad, the first ayah, 41.
The example of those who take allies other than Allah is like that of the spider who takes a home. And indeed, the weakest of homes is the home of the spider, if they only knew.
English compared to Arabic is zero. Serious. Where it is in the translation that it's female. Remember what I said in early? I said female, right?
Yeah.
Where is it in English? Yalla, again. Read the English again.
Okay, the example of those who take allies other than Allah is like that of the spider.
Very good, stop there. Is like that of the spider. Male or female?
No.
We don't know. In Arabic we know. In Arabic it's female. How do we know? Look at the word ittakhadhat. Who studies Arabic here? Raise hand. Arabs I know. Don't raise hand. Muhammad and those who studied Arabic. Okay, look. In Arabic, for example, I say fa'ala. Fa'ala, he did something. Already is known. There is no he, huwa. Huwa, fa'ala is very obvious. But without huwa, fa'ala, he did. For this verb to be she did, I need to do one thing. I add ta. This is called ta'u ta'nith, the ta of feminine. So it becomes fa'alat. Fa'ala. When I add the ta. Arabic language, look, this ta already tells me female.
Yes.
She. You see how great Arabic is? She did. He did. I don't even need the pronoun. He, huwa. Here I don't need hiya. I don't need hiya, she. No. This is how great Arabic is. Which verb is there that shows it's feminine?
اتخذت.
اتخذت. If he said اتخذ بيتا, then we know it is the Spider-Man. The masculine, I mean. Okay. Look at the ayah in Arabic. كمثل العنكبوت. The word al-ankabut means male or female. We don't know. But the verb tells you. اتخذت. She considered. She made a house. The Quran 1400 years ago told us, this is discovery. This is a major discovery in science. The Quran said اتخذت. Lately they found that the male spider cannot build a house. Only the female does it. So when you see a spider building a web, it's a female. It's not the male. The male just comes, couples with her, and then she kills him. But he uses his thread to move from one branch to another. But he can't build. That's the Quran, my brothers. You can destroy Quran once for all if the verb was masculine. Ittakhadha, like fa'ala. It will be contradicting to science. Science say the male spider cannot make. Oh, Quran affirms that 1400 years ago. And by the way, it's very hard to know which one is male and female. So who taught Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam this? SubhanAllah. Thank Allah you are Muslim. Thank Allah. You can never thank Allah enough. When you learn something like this, you should be shukr. Thank you Allah. I never knew these things. Or Sheikh Zoubir mentioned them a few months ago, but my mind was blah 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 blah. I didn't understand. Now I see it. See, the verb ittakhadhat, because the word alAnkabut, it could be male or female, but it's the verb. That's why Arabic, no language can match it. No one can match it. You know, number one now language studied in England, what is it? It's Arabic. But our brothers are moving away from Arabic. When the British start to receive, we study. Because actually we follow the British. Number one language in diplomacy is Arabic now. Korea. Second language after Korean is Arabic, not English.
Singapore also.
Singapore also? Here you go. Because the future is with the Muslims. You want to sell something, you have to go through Muslims. The biggest market, 2 billion people, where do you find it? And mashallah, the Arabs produce nothing. They just... Takbir! What was number one language of Imam Bukhari? Arabic. He was not an Arab, but he spoke Arabic. So you, grandchildren of Bukhari, yalla, stop looking at me like this. I brought Islam to you. Yalla, now it's your turn too. The Arabs did their job. They brought you Islam. The Arabs shared Islam. Please understand this. You know how great. You are indebted to the Arabs. You just don't know. Because the British put so many bad movies about the Arabs. And don't look at the idiot Arabs who are leading us. These are not Arabs. Wallahi, these are Jews. Look at, you want an Arab? Look at Sheikh Zoubir. Takbir. Ahmad. You look at Bin Salman, Bin Potato, Bin Tomato. They are not even Muslims. I'm telling you, they are not. The British gave them power. And the real ulama and the real leaders were killed. Study Saudi Arabia before 1960. Study history. You will understand. And then they tell you, cannot talk about politics. Who dares to tell me what to say, what not to say? Careful. Careful. I don't like that. Ulama. Why I left Algeria? Why I left America? So that you tell me what to say, what not to say. Careful. Okay. It's the اتخذت. SubhanAllah, science discovered lately that it's only the female who makes the web. A male cannot do it. Although he has the thread, but he can't build. He's not an engineer. He can tie his spray with it, he can, use, but cannot build. So he depends on the female to build. So Allah said, here is the catching word, وَإِنَّ أَوْهَنَ الْبُيُوتِ. Likeness of those who take false deities as awliya, as protectors, helpers other than Allah, like the Jews, the Christians, the Hindus, the Buddhists, even the so-called Muslims who commit shirk. You take wali, careful, especially eastern part of the Muslim world. The eastern part of Arabia, meaning Iraq, Iran, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, you have a lot of shirk, my brothers and sisters. Doesn't mean we don't have shirk in the north. We have too, North Africa. But you have so many groups. We don't have groups. Here is the example. We have one madhab, one race. Over there, a lot of groups. Batini, hidden groups. They work so hard to destroy Islam. And they claim to be Muslims. Careful of be aware. So what they do? They believe in Wali, Habib. They go to Singapore, all the way to Singapore to visit Habib Noor. Although Habib Jeweler is just in one utama. Don't go far, just one utama, make tawaf around. They can solve your problem. Shirk, when you go to awliya and seek help, protection. If you seek help from Americans or British or Russians other than Allah, then you are mushrik, wa'iyadu billah. Careful, huh? Many of our leaders just under them. What's the parable of those who take protectors and awliya other than Allah? They are just like the female spider. When she does what? When she makes a web. That web, easy to destroy for us, right? You just take a pen, do like this, Allahu Akbar. Just do like this. But that's not what Allah meant. Because the word is, look at it. وَإِنَّ أَوْهَنَا. Please underline, if it's your mushaf, put a line under that. أوهنا. أوهن doesn't mean physically weak. No. It means inside weak. Not your physique. Your physique is strong. You might be, mashallah, bodybuilder. But you see a mouse, you run. You run away. Why? No power inside. And you might be skinny, but subhanallah, you can fight 10 men. You're skinny. You see 10 men, you say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Ya Rab, in me or in them. You are not afraid of them. Why? Because the power of the personality is strong. You may have bodybuilder, Schwarzenegger, but cannot fight. Have you seen the elephant is afraid of the mouse? It's true. Bring a mouse, elephant panics. So the body is big, but the heart too scared of the mouse. Although he can just step on the mouse and finish him. No. Many Muslims are like that. You see one of them, but deep inside, good. And this is where we are now. They weaken us. Sisters, brothers, why do you think you have culture of hantu? Huh? Why they keep telling you hantu? Oh, Sister Ilahi, if you go there, please, a hantu will come. Don't go there.
No, I've never had.
Yeah, that house is full of hantu. Careful. If you go there, they will start stealing your shoes. And after that, they steal your telephone. And after that, they steal your cell phone. Careful. And you believe in hantu. When I see my audience about to sleep, I mention hantu. All of them wake up. Takbir! Yes. How do I look? Man. I got tired from my back. Yes.
How does a spider take awliya in building the nest?
No,
A web.
it's you and me. It's you and me. Look. Good. Follow me. When we take other than Allah as protectors, when we leave Allah as our real protector and seek the help of Russia, you will see what will happen to Bashar al-Assad, because he took Russia as his protector, and Iran. Iran, no one is paying attention to it. The most dangerous player is Iran. No one is paying attention to Iran. They know how to play the game. Did you and I? It's Iran, the most dangerous player. Anyway, those who do that, like the Hindus, the Buddhists, the Christians, those who take kafir as their protectors. Allah said that their example is exactly like the female spider. When she builds a nice web, but actually that web is not the physical web. It's what happens inside the web. When she gets pregnant from the male, she kills him. She stings him. And he dies with her poison. Then, meaning she uses him only for her benefit. Once she gets what she wants, that's what the kuffar will do to you. They will just use you. They use you like napkin and throw it. All those who took kafir as awliya were used, and then you don't learn from history. Look, history is full of this kind. So Allah is saying, no, you stand by me, I stand by you. You leave me and go to others to get protection, you will just become like the spider lady who will make use of you and then kill you. And then at the end, her own children will do the same thing to her. When she delivers babies, they chase her out. Although she built for them a nest. A web. So that's the end. You got it now? Sister, you got it? Not yet. I know. Look, okay, it's like this, sister. Very simple, very simple. Who can explain to sister in females? Did you understand what I'm saying? Can you explain to her? No, seriously.
What I mean is when you take someone work together, but the spider woman only works alone. I'm just saying.
No, she works with her husband to have babies.
Oh.
She cannot impregnate herself by herself. This is what they do to you. The kafir, they will use you only for their political reasons. Once they get what they want from you, they sting you themselves. That's what it means. It's like the female spider using someone, using like Russia using Syrian government. Once they find a replacement, they will kick him like a dog. You will see. History is full of examples. Then Allah will bring someone to destroy Russia. Don't worry. Where is Persia? Where is Rome? Where is Britain, Great Britain? Where is Great France? France used to be great. Britain used to be really great. Where are they? Small island with fog. With few crazy of you visiting them every year. This is it. And few crazy Algerians visiting France. As if there is only France in the world. You got it, my brothers and sisters? This is the parable. You got it now, sister? You just say yes.
Yes, yes.
Takbir. Zaki, at home, use your skills and explain it. Takbir. No, I know what the sister means. One deeper. Just take this. For the time being, take this. That actually you are being used. When you think she's doing you a favor, when you think kafir are protecting you, actually they're using you. Like a female using a male. She gives him shelter for a while, protection. Once she understands, she carries the babies, she stings him and kills him. That's what a female does. The Quran mentioned that 1500 years ago. Allahu Akbar. So Allah is telling us, don't be like the spider. They have a very bad habit. Although when you look at the web, it's magnificent. It's beautiful, it's true. You should see. You know, children Google National Geographic, the spider web. But the way she's building, subhanallah. Who taught her that? Subhanallah. Amazing. How huge, how beautiful, how this. But later on, so she may give you protection for a while, but long run, herself she will kill. Herself. So the kuffar are like that. They may give you protection for a while. Then later on they know you were just you were just a dog for them. So they will.
So more accurately, don't be like the male, so that you don't be used, right?
And like the female who will then, and then her children will do the same to her.
Yeah, but because
Don't be like the family of spider. Yes. Not just the male. Female also. Because she knows what will happen to her, she still do it. Because they have no ethics. Kuffar have no ethics. They have no ethics. Please understand that. Sorry, that's the truth. No ethics in terms of God himself. They don't respect Allah who created them. And to me, you may have ethics to everybody. If you don't have ethics to Allah, you are nothing to me. That's why I never prefer a non-Muslim over a Muslim. Even if that Muslim is sinner. He says, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Don't ever forget that. One day, they brought a Muslim who was drunk to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Pay attention to this. This is very important. And he was drunk. He was Sahabi. He was drunk. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who are these women? Takbir. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam Pay attention, my sisters. He was sad that he is drinking. He was drunk. But the Sahaba, when they started rotaning him, 40 lashes, and that's the right thing to do. And that, by the way, you know what they found? 40 lashes on the back. Scientifically, it helps alcoholic to stop. Alcoholic and sexaholic, the people who do zina a lot, and the people who drink a lot, you have to hit them on their back, rotan. It tells the brain to release certain hormone, like the adrenaline, but it has another name. That helps them to hate. Now there in Siberia and Germany, there are clinics, this is how they treat, and with $60 US. They rotan you and you pay them. Islam, you don't even pay us. They are rotan and send you home. But no, Siberia, Germany, Islam, no terror. Hudud law, haram, terrorist, wahabi. There. Hey, when I say Iran, I mean the government. I don't mean the people of Iran. I love the people of Iran. For you to feel like, share. No, I have no problem with Iranians as people. Some of the best people I knew, honestly. But as government, they're fool. I am against even Saudi government. I don't care. You don't play games with me. You follow Quran Sunnah, you are my friend. You follow Allah and His Messenger, you are my brother and sister. You play games though. So is this clear? So that you don't say, when we say this, we mean the leaders. The point I'm making here is, so Rasulullah ﷺ, he didn't like that he was drinking. Of course, he ordered the lashing with rotan, not with whip, until you leave a scar. No, until you leave like a knife. No. One of the Sahaba said, "May Allah curse you." Oh, Rasulullah got angry. He said, "No, لا تعن أخاك على لا تعن الشيطان على أخيك." Don't have shaitan over your brother. Don't say that. He's a muwahid, he's a Muslim. One day he will, inshallah, stop. But give him his punishment. No problem. Give him his rotan. One day he's a Muslim. But he committed a sin. Then you tell me, Sheikh, this kafir is better than Muslim? No way. I will never accept that. Kuffar are no better than us. They are not. The last among us, the worst amongst us, if he says La ilaha illallah, still better than that. This is aqidah. Careful. Because sometimes say, Sheikh, these people don't pray, they are not Muslims, but they never cheat. I understand. But they are no better than Muslims. Okay. So I just wanted to tell you, even in Islam, when we are punishing someone, we shouldn't curse him. If he's a Muslim, we shouldn't curse. Say, may Allah curse them. No. He's a Muslim, he committed a sin. And he's getting his punishment, Allah will forgive him. Ameen, ya Rabbi. Okay. So, those who take awliya, protectors, friends, other than Allah, they are just like the female alAnkabut when she builds her nest or her web. And the worst of webs are the spiders. Why? Not because you can destroy it easily. Actually, look at it. If a storm like this one comes, it's still there. So it's not weak, it's really strong. But inside, what they do to each other. So we may look very united to some people, but in reality, we hate each other, we harm each other, we spy on each other, we slander each other. That's what Allah doesn't want Muslims to do. But you see all this about taking non-Muslims as your awliya, protectors, politically speaking. So who protects the Saudi government? Who protects the Iraqi current government? All of them. Who protects the Syrian government? Russia. Very good. Who protects the Egyptian government? You see? Yes. They use them and then it's like shoe. Use when the shoe becomes old, they throw. Allah says, don't do that. Stay with the Muslims. Stay together. Work together. If there are differences, work on them. إن الله يعلم ما يدعون. أحمد العراقي 42. Huh? You have only the Arabic? So you are ultra Arabic. Takbir. Yalla, Mr. Nawafil. 42.
Verily, Allah knows what things they invoke instead of Him. He is the Almighty, the All-Wise.
Excellent. Look, my sisters, brothers, pay attention to this word. Allah knows what things they invoked instead of Him. He considers getting the protection of the enemies of Allah a form of invocation. You are actually making dua to them. Please help me. If you don't help me, you know. Oh my God, look at that, what they are doing. It's a form of pleading to them. Allah says, you are pleading to them. And I know what you're doing. Sir, if you don't intervene, you know, the terrorists will take Syria. It's just the Syrian people who want freedom. Do you know, for 12 months, they were just asking for opening the political life. You know, there are no parties in Syria. You know that. They were just asking for freedom. Let us do parties, organize ourselves politically. That's all. There is al-Ba'th. That's it. You may not know why, right? You have to understand. France, before she left, may Allah curse France. Say Ameen. Don't be afraid. Anything said Sheikh Zoubir. Before she left Syria, she gave power to minority. This is why I tell you, never minority should be given power. They should be given rights, but not power. Again, I repeat. You give small minority power, they will never let it go. They will never let power go away. They will massacre the whole majority. They will, like Syria. Here is an example. When the people said, hey, we are 95%. It's our country. We need some freedom. They cannot. 5% will massacre you. Minorities cannot rule. Sheikh Zoubir's theory. They are more than welcome to participate, but they cannot take key positions. You do that, you pay huge price. Learn from the mistakes, my brothers. So the French, very smart. They design it this way. Before they leave, they give minority power. So that one day when the minority wants some rights, the majority wants rights, minority will say, wait a minute. We are not going to give you this cake. The cake is ours. You think I'm 5%. You think I'm going to take 5% when I have all 100%? Learn from mistakes. Minority. Potato. Yes.
Okay, if you are in a position where the non-Muslims are in control of a lot of things.
Economy, like here.
Yeah.
Just
So
say like here.
what is your solution?
What's my solution? My solution, Quran and Sunnah.
Yeah.
Tell those who let them take everything. I strengthen the Muslims. Okay, this is what I will do. I bring Arabs here. I bring Muslims, Bangladeshis, Indonesians. Listen, and I give them PR. Quickly. First thing I do, every Arab brother, every Muslim brother living in this country, wanting to stay, I give him. Because he is not threat. He will never be threat Islamically. So the majority of Muslims grow. And allow them to vote, since your system is on votes. And then give them equal opportunities to make money. Let them become rich. Why not? You don't know how great the Arabs are in business, in trade. You don't know. Do you know who are the best traders today? In finance, with money, with money? The Kuwaitis. The Kuwaitis are a small number, but they know how to make money. I'm not Kuwaiti. I didn't say Algerians. Maybe your search on Sheikh is a little bit. I'm not Kuwaiti. And I don't like the Kuwaitis in many aspects of their life. They're luxurious. But give them money and say, they will make money. The Qataris are good in business. Why you don't bring these people? The Chinese are bringing Chinese, the Indians are bringing Indians. The Muslims bringing nothing. In few years, this is, you have to check and balance. And I bring those brothers and let them marry here. If they want to marry. I don't force them. And let them stay. You will see. I bring Muslims. In few years, things will be rough, tough, if we don't do this quickly. America, they don't care who you are. You have something here, welcome. Right? We should care. We should care. Americans, every year they give 50,000 green cards. That's minimum, man. They give more than that. Why? Why they give 50,000? They want people to come and live in their country and do business and listen. Canada, same thing. Australia, New Zealand, Muslims, no. Okay, stay. When you have problems, don't call me. Okay, we stop here. May Allah bless you, my dear brothers and sisters. Don't be like the spider. You may give protection to someone who will end up not good, or you may use someone and then kill him. Like the kuffar do when they use us and then learn from history. Learn from history, my brothers. History, I love history, and you should really learn from history. It teaches you a lot of things, because history cannot change. Geography changes. Malaysia can be big. Malaysia can be small also. Tomorrow, if Indonesia and Malaysia wants to unite, alhamdulillah, they can become a big country. But the history, you cannot change. Can you change the fact that Indonesia was occupied by Netherlands and you were occupied by the British? Can you deny that? No. But can we unite and become one country? Yes. So geography changes, the history doesn't. So learn history. Don't worry about geography. Geography, when the Muslims are united, alhamdulillah, we all become the United States of Islam. Ameen. Imagine one passport. What's the password? La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Welcome to Algeria. La ilaha illallah. Welcome to Uzbekistan. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Welcome to Iran. Hujan. We are going to pray and make dua. This is the good time to ask Allah. Ya Allah, bless our brothers. Those who are not married, may Allah bless them with good wives. Especially Ahmed. Ameen. Ahmed, I am waiting for Kanduri. Takbir. Ameen, ya. My sisters, may Allah bless you. Give you Jannatul Firdaus. Sister Ilahi, may Allah accept from you that nazar. The youth, may Allah bless you. Zaki, may Allah honor you. Say Ameen. Honor, man, honor. Shamin, may Allah bless you. Make you smile again. You didn't smile for 24 hours. Rafiza and Hazlina, may Allah bless you. All my sisters, may Allah give shifa to our dear sister Nana. Allahumma shfiha ya. Ya Allah, you are able to do miracles. But if you have decided to take her, may you, Ya Allah, make it easy on her. Ameen. Our sister, one of our sisters is very sick. May Allah give her shifa. Sister of Sister Rosita. She's in ICU. All my brothers, may Allah bless you and bless your children and make them very good to Allah than to you. The youth who are not married, may Allah bless them with good wives. The sisters who are not married, may Allah bless them with good husbands. Those who are married, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you content and rida. Ameen. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا. Wait a minute. اللهم انصر المجاهدين في كل مكان. Ya Allah, give victory to those who are fighting for your sake everywhere. Especially in Palestine first. All the problems of the Muslims because Palestine. If Palestine is not occupied, all these problems wouldn't happen. That everywhere, especially the Rohingyas, Ya Allah, be with them. Ya Allah, maybe it's raining now on them, they don't have even plastic to cover their children. Ya Allah, help them. Ya Allah, help us to help them. آمين آمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم.